Edusalis Education with Peace of Mind.
Hello friends, my name is Rasika and I welcome you all to Edusalis, that is education with peace of mind. So friends, in today's video I will be comparing SBI PO and SSC CGL on the basis of various factors, because these two are the most sought after jobs in the country, and after this video you will be in a better position to decide for yourself which is better for you, SBI PO or SSC CGL. But before starting with this video, I request you please subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out any of the important notification. Plus when you subscribe, it gives us motivation to continue making free educational videos for you all. Okay friends, so let's start with this video. So friends, notification of both SSC CGL and SBI PO is out. The notification of SSC CGL was out on 17 September 2022 and you can fill the application forms till 8th October 2022, and there are more than 20,000 vacancies that have been announced under SSC CGL, which is one of the highest number of vacancies in the recent past. And if we talk about SBI PO, the notification of SBI PO is also out. It was announced on 21st September 2022 and you can fill the application forms till 12th October 2022. Again, more than 1600 vacancies have been announced in SBI PO. So if you haven't still fill up the form, then please visit the respective sites and fill the application forms of both SSC CGL and SBI PO, because links are open. So fill the forms and sit for both these exams. Now coming to the pros and cons of both the jobs. So the first most critical determining factor is your salary and your pay revisions. So friends, in SBI PO, the starting basic pay is around 41,600, plus you get lot of allowances in terms of furniture allowance, newspaper allowance, petrol allowance, which add up to your salary, and it comes up to around 62,000 per month, which makes your annual income more than 7 lakhs per annum. Okay, and if you talk about SSC CGL, recruits staff for the group B as well as for the group C post in different ministries and departments. So the salary varies for the different pay levels. For the pay level 4 post, the starting is 29,000, and for the pay level 8 it is around 47,600. But for the pay level 8 there are only 2 posts, which are assistant account officer and assistant audit officer. Okay friends, and if we talk about the pay revisions, then in bank under bipartite settlement the fees are revised after every 5 years, but in SSC CGL the revision take place after every 10 years. Okay, so in your tenure of 30 years there will be 6 revisions if you are in bank, whereas if you joined SSC CGL then there will be only 3 revisions in your tenure of 30 years. So friends, salary and pay revisions is better in SBI PO as compared to SSC CGL. Okay friends. Now friends, coming to the second point, which is promotion avenues. So promotion is faster in SBI PO as compared to SSC CGL. For example, if you join bank at an age of 22 or 23 years, you have a chance to become a chairperson of bank. Okay, if you join SSC CGL, then you can never become head of the department or a head of the ministries, because those posts are reserved for the IAS people. Okay, for the UPSC aspirants. Okay, so in SBI, if you are hard working and fully dedicated, you can go to the chair level post, because it's a level A job. Take an example of Srimati Arundhati Bhattacharya. She joined the bank in 1977 and then she went up to the position of chairperson. And this is not the only one example. She was succeeded by Mr. Rajneesh Kumar, who too joined the bank in SBI PO. So friends, if you joined a bank as a probationary officer, you can go up to the chairman post, but if you joined any central government department as a SSC CGL, you can never become the head of that department, because those posts are reserved for the UPSC people. Okay, so promotion opportunities are also better in SBI PO as compared to SSC CGL. So as SBI PO, you will be end up earning more legal money by the end of your tenure as compared to SSC CGL. But if you set aside the monetary rewards and if you talk about the respect, status, rich experience So it is more in SSC CGL, because as you all know, Assistant Commissioner of Income Tax has a more high social status as compared to DGM or GM of a bank. Okay friends, now coming to the third point, it is job transfers. So as a SBI PO, there will be frequent transfers after every 2 to 3 years, plus you have to complete your semi-urban and rural assignments. So it will be very hectic for you if you are married, because you have to shift your family after every 2 to 3 years. But this is not the case in SSC CGL, where the transfers take place after every 10 to 12 years. So here in as SSC CGL, you will have more stability in life as compared to SBI PO. Okay friends, now coming to the fourth point, work-life balance. In SBI PO, the work is very hectic. You have to work for 10 to 12 hours daily, and if you talk about SSC CGL, you will be back home by around 6:30 or 7 p.m. In banks, you may see the shutter down after 4 p.m., but officials are always working inside after even 7 p.m. and there is no overtime that you get in bank. Okay friends, so work-life balance is completely disturbed in SBI PO. Plus, if you want to prepare for higher post like UPSC or state civil services post, you will get more time to prepare in SSC CGL as compared to SBI PO. Okay, so this is about the work-life balance. Okay friends, plus there is also uncertainty in banks getting privatized. Okay, so you can decide whether you want a full central government type of a job or a semi-government type of a job. Okay friends, so last point that I will be discussing is your exam syllabus. So friends, in SSC CGL, the syllabus is wider, it's much more as compared to SBI PO. If you talk about general awareness, in SBI PO, you just have to focus on 8 months current affairs, banking and economy awareness. But in SSC CGL, you have to read history, geography, polity, economy plus current affairs. If you talk about the reasoning section, in bank you have to focus on verbal reasoning and analytical reasoning. But in SSC CGL, you have to study non-verbal reasoning in addition to verbal reasoning. Again, if you talk about quantitative aptitude, banking exams, they are more focused only on the arithmetic portion. But in SSC CGL, they are more focused on advanced level maths. So in addition to arithmetic, you have to study trigonometry, geometry, mensuration, algebra and everything. Okay friends, but if you talk about the English grammar part, it is more complex in SBI PO as compared to SSC CGL. So syllabus is wider in SSC CGL as compared to bank PO exams. And if you talk about the whole recruitment completion time, then in SSC CGL, the whole recruitment procedure takes around 1.5 to 2 years from the date you fill up the application until you get your posting. While this is not the case in SBI PO, it takes only 6 to 8 months for the completion of the whole recruitment process. That is from the date you fill up your application form and the date you get your offer letter. Okay friends, so friends, these are the pros and cons of both the exams. Now I think you are in a better position to decide for yourself which is better for you, SBI PO or SSC CGL. But my personal recommendation would be to fill the application forms of both of them and start studying for both the exams, because in today's scenario of high unemployment, both exams are good and you can do away with the cons of both the exams. Okay friends, so friends, that's all for today's session. I hope this session proves to be useful for all of you, and I request you again, please subscribe our channel because it motivates us to keep making such free educational videos for you all. Meet you in the next session. Till then, thank you and happy learning.